Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the re-recording of the weekly RuneScape weekly news. However, the reason for the re-recording is because there's an issue with the audio from the original one, so I'm recording it so you guys can actually hear everything that's going on. And with the bonus of it all is that the Steam update did come out today, so Steam now has RuneScape available to you. And to start out, there is actually a DLC if you get the max buy pack, which is $130. Now I know it might say it is actually kind of pricey, especially for what you kind of get. So, and this is me actually giving you guys a heads up for new Steam users about this. So, you do get a 12-month membership access, which is actually not that bad of a deal, but they do have the premier bundles, which get released here in a couple months. Usually it drops maybe end of November, but definitely in December. But you do get the free Goblin male and female outfit, the free Goblin Warhammer, the pet mechanical frog, 50 bank spaces, so that's actually the big ticket seller for the non-people with it. 75 treasure hunter keys, 2 times cosmetic token, extra daily treasure hunter keys, and the RuneScape soundtrack, the orchestral collection. Now this actually is kind of nice, the orchestral collection, because, well, that's actually a CD on its own, so this actually might not be a horrible deal, but it is something that you actually have to keep in mind. Now there is 3 different packages of this, if you're so curious, and I'll even show you guys here. There is the max pack, which I just showed you guys, then you got the standard pack, which comes with the 3-month membership, the forged goblin male and female outfit, 50 treasure hunter keys, and the soundtrack. So that's actually not that bad, and that is actually $40. So 3 months and the orchestra. I really wouldn't want to count the cosmetic, add-ons. And then there is the $15 one, which is very close to 1 month, and that is the current 1 month subscription fee, which is 1 month membership access, Forged Goblin Warhammer, and 15 treasure hunter keys. So this is kind of something to, really lull around in your head if you really want to do it. However, also for those who are looking to actually kind of get into it, you have the system requirements, which the bare minimum is Windows Vista or higher, processors in Intel i3 Plus / AMD at 2.4 gigahertz. Memory is 4 gigabytes RAM. Graphics GeForce 400X, Intel HD 4x, AMD Radeon 7XXX Plus. So it doesn't have a large thing. Broadband internet connection, 8 gigabytes of available storage space. Additional notices and internet connection is required to play, of course. Offers in-game purchases, so MTX. The following operating systems are no longer officially supported by RuneScape, and you may not be able to play them if using them. Windows 95, 98, ME, and XP, which is actually kind of shocking. But now we'll over to the news. I just did something funny to my stuff. Okay, anyway, now we're on to the news this week. This week we have the Ninja Strike, which is number 12, and we have Clue Scrolls. So the Clue Scrolls are the focus of it. We have new titles. There is 1 new title for each, including some golden titles. And the person who got it basically on login almost was John Skinnerd. So congratulations to them, because they were really on the ball with getting that done. Dorgish Khan Spears. So those, probably most people out there actually forgot about these orbs. but now they reworked them a little bit so they're a lot more reliable. They used to be kind of unstable. Sometimes they would work, sometimes they wouldn't. Now they're just reliable. Meerkats, it used to be that they were not allowed on Entrana because, obviously summoning combat. Well, that has been changed now, so Meerkats can actually go on there, including their... and it also does say, along with all other summoning familiars, pouches, and other paraphernalia. So summoning is actually allowed on the island now, so that's actually kind of a big boon to anybody who does that now, especially for any of the quests. Shop rewards, so they have added some stuff here as well, including a clue capacity upgrade, which will allow you to hold 50 clues instead of 25. There is the Way of the Foot shaped key, which will allow you to open drawers and chests without the key. So now for just 500 treasure trail points. So obviously, though, those who are maybe new, you can actually earn all of these by completing treasure trails, which is clue scrolls. So that's something to keep in mind. A little surprise, from October 26th, they'll be making 4 additional action bars previously purchasable only through the Solomon General Store, free forever for both RuneScape members and free-to-play players. So the action bars will be available in Solomon General Store until October 26th, but after that, everybody will be getting them. And there's going to be more changes like that coming up for everybody. So that is actually something that is very good news. So if you were going to buy them, just don't buy them because you'll soon be getting them for free. Interface scaling. So this is something that was recently in a beta, but it is now here. So first up on the in-game UI scaling, they'll be increasing the usability of interfaces throughout the game to suit your setup. So those not familiar, RuneScape is very, very big on letting you do what you want to do with your interface. So in the future, based from our feedback from the beta, they'll be looking to update this feature to scale down user interface downwards too. So you can increase it, decrease it, etc. That's the target. They've also added the option to boost or reduce your game's render scale. So lowering it will reduce visual quality, but improve performance, and raising it will improve visual quality, but it'll decline your performance, obviously. Prime Gaming, don't forget to get your last month this is the last month for this one. This also means that actually yesterday, October 13th, they will be offering new items, which is a currency pack and 2 Umbral chests, each with a super rare or better prize inside guaranteed. Orphan, don't forget, is soon coming up. So I believe that is coming out on the 19th, so that's coming out on Monday. Now, for live streams this week, actually they have all come and gone since the original recording, so unfortunately that is all gone through because it was Tuesday, October 13th and Wednesday, October 14th at 1400 game time, and then the featured streamers Weekly Kiwi, who was on Monday at 2300 game time, so that was all early week. Creative Corner, we have a nice little picture of Saren here, which is a Andy Warhol inspired paint mural, I want to call it. I don't know why I want to call it a mural. From the Discord user ACPL, which is actually a pretty cool drawing, if you ask me. And then there's actually a video from Laser Sharks that gives you the reasons why you should play RuneScape, and whether you're new, old, or however you want to put yourself into the category, they have a nice video as to why you should play RuneScape. And it is kind of one of the best free MMO RPGs out there for many reasons. Personally, I say that. And I've played a lot of them. Don't forget Spirit Day. That is coming up here, I believe October 15th, so it is tomorrow. It'll start at the Will of Goodwill on World 25 at 1900 game time. So do be there to try to check it out. And do don your most purpley fashionscape at the Will of Goodwill. And then we also have the Pink Skirts event, which is a weekly thing, I believe. So do check that out on October 17th, so this Saturday, at Varrock West Bank on World 3 at 2300 game time. And now we'll head over into the patch notes. So the Ninja Strike, this is a more laid out way of looking at things. So there's various titles, one for each. But there's also an additional ones for the harder ones. So Hard, Elite, and Masters also have hidden gold titles for those who got in the extra mile. Each title is with an accompanying feat, achievement, broadcast. Gold titles include a first-time broadcast for regular Iron and Hardcore Iron accounts. The unlock requirements can be found below. So, easy title, the Gold Digger. Unlock requirement is all items. Tier is medium. Title, Clueless. Unlock requirement, all items. Hard, Double Agent. Any cape slot item plus any piece of third age equipment plus one of either bars or shadow dies plus all other uniques, including all masks. Gold title unlock is all items. Elite, the Clue Chaser, any cape slot item plus any third age druidic equipment, any die, and all other uniques, including all mask and god bows. Gold is all items. And Master of Clues, any cape slot item, any piece of second age equipment, plus every type of die, plus all uniques. This is including all masks and glasses. The gold title is all capes, plus one piece of each second age style, so melee, range, and magic. And the Orlando the Smith hat, all other uniques, including all masks and glasses. Ideally, you'd want to have the Orlando Smith hat before opening up a bunch of these anyway, so it all kind of works out. Scrolls, caskets, and shop rewards. So, Zeta, the Clue capacity upgrade go from 25 to 50. Costs 750 treasure trail points. The Way of the Foot shaped key is the 500 trail points, which allows you to open any of the clue riddle ones that require you to get a key, or behind the door, or in a chest, or drawers, etc., typically found within the medium clue steps. There is no longer a cap on how many master clues you can obtain and hold at any one time. This also applies to elite clues that upgrade to master clues. Scrolls and caskets obtained from various places will go directly into the Char's clue carrier, regardless of whether your backpack is full. Caskets can no longer be opened with fewer than 9 combined free spaces in the bank and backpack. Clue scroll steps, clue and casket hidden in drawers, chests, and cupboards will now be opened and searched in one action. Puzzle skipping tickets, now known as the puzzle box skipping tickets, will now completely finish a sliding puzzle instead of leaving the final tile incomplete. The dialogue that plays when speaking to an NPC during the challenge scrolls has been removed. The dialogue will still play the first time you speak to an NPC during a challenge scroll. Moving over distant spheres will now teleport you to a fixed location rather than random locations within an area. And for example, this is the main one here. The Dorgish Khan sphere has 4 options to select from when using, taking you to either the north, south, east, or west Dorgish Khan. Compacted versions of the Amulet of Glory and the Ring of Dolan can now be placed in their respective hidey holes and used to complete clue steps. The Combat Training Camp hidey hole has been moved closer to the entrance of the Ogre Pen. The Catherby Archery Store hidey hole has been moved inside the shop. The Menifos Grand Library Master Clue Step and hidey hole has been moved just outside the main door to avoid an issue where double H's could spawn in an unattackable state. Atlas and Trader Stand's left-click options are now context-dependent on whether you're holding their respective clue scrolls. To prevent cases of Uri spawning outside of his acceptable range, he will now appear in the same spot as the double agent was killed. Fix an issue where Yuri would spawn beneath the player while on the bridge to the wizard's tower. Stepping stone shortcuts in the Lumberstorm's caves and no longer force you to approach at walk speed. 2 new right-click options / long press, which skip the dialogue box and immediately take the player to Zenaris or into the shed, have been added to the door of the shed in Lumbridge. The reason why that's a thing is because this is also on your mobile devices. Yeah. Normadium Alvafarm, sorry I butchered his name, the pilot of the Feld of Hills, now has Glider as his first interact option, just like the other glider pilots around the world. Digging at any tile on the edge of Ponovich well will now advance the clue step. The key, which is required for the Varrock Dig Site Exam Center chest for medium clues, can now be dropped by both male and female barbarians. Using a sextant either directly or through a clue scroll will now give you coordinate reading with no delay. General quality of life changes. Familiar summoning pouches, summoning scrolls can now be taken into Trana, so you'll no longer need to dismiss your meerkats when solving treasure trails. Charles' clue scroll, or clue carrier, can now be filled with from the bank while in the interviews. Sorry, I had something in my mouth. It was really bothering me. Adding teleport scrolls to the Globetrotter arm guards now give you the option to add all. Easy, medium, reroll tokens now match the identifying tier colors of clues and reward caskets. The volume of the heartbeat audio for scan clues has been increased so as to make it more noticeable. Dialogue and text. The dialogue for creating Dorgishan Khan spheres with Oldak's right-click option has been significantly cut down. The luck message that appears when receiving a fortunate component from a reward casket will now appear for easy, medium, and hard clue caskets. The message that appears to notify the player that their clue rewards have been sent to the bank now has a delay in frequency. Attempting to open clue caskets while resting will now play an error message and interrupt the resting animation to prevent the reward interface from closing instantly. Tweak the wording of the clue that pointed to the Varrock's East Bank. The description of Berthorpe's game room easy clue now specifies the specific area the player must stand in. The description of the Port Sarum / Remington Church medium clue no longer references a window that cannot be seen when remove roofs is turned on. The puzzle skipping tickets have been renamed to puzzle box skipping tickets. The hyphen has been removed from clue skipping tickets. Interface scaling, so they added the UI scaling, and they added the functionality to support boosting or reducing the game scale's render. It does say that there is a known issue at high scale percentages where 3D game world is also scaling, and when scaling down there is a brief but noticeable graphical error, and they'll be working to iron this out as soon as possible. Other improvements, you can now display your client's FPS on mobile. Fixes, players will no longer receive the Music Maestro and the Completionist achievements every time they log in. Fix an issue where too many keepsake keys were being refunded when removing Completionist Cape from the keepsake key box. Raid login check to clean up any remaining older files, flies, and consolidate them into a newer stackable version. The Crystal Chisel will no longer overlap with offhand weapons when held in the offhand slot. Crystal Skill Champas can now be held without stretching. Fix an issue prevented familiars from following players through one entrance into Varrock Palace during the Defender of Varrock. The volume of various lunar spell sound effects have been reduced, and the volume of the heal group sound effect has been reduced. So that is actually it for this week's update. Sorry for having to re-record this and then re-release it to you guys, but I feel like it is my duty to make sure I give you guys the best possible content. I do apologize for not noticing the sound issue earlier, and be assured this will not be happening again. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.